Welcome to this bonus edition of Strange New Pod. I'm your Fleet Admiral and host, Julian Brown, alongside the best bridge crew. This side of a Trekkie in full cosplay, ordering a fresh tortilla from the tortilla lady in Old Town. If you don't know about her, get to know her. She's amazing. Don't get the butter, though. Just eat it plain. It's delicious. Commander Hawk is here, ready to burst into song. That's right. Captain Girafe is here, riding the waves of a static warp bubble. And Commander Emcee is here, already figuring out her next Orion cosplay after that Lower Decks trailer. How we doing, guys? Good?
Doing okay.
Yeah. Happy with the promotion.
You wanted it, I gave it.
Yeah. Harry Kim is in the fetal position.
Yeah, doing something.
Crying.
Yeah. Girafe, what were you saying?
I was saying, yeah, it's 4:30 p.m. here, so it's like soon happy hour.
Happy hour
Yay.
on the pod, as it should go,
yeah.
right? Why not? And hello to our amazing YouTube collective. Hope you're doing well. This is going to be nice and casual today. Bonus pod. You might hear dogs barking. You might be hearing my lawn get mowed. I don't know what they do these days. But before we do get started, we'll be saying this until the writers and the actors get paid what they deserve. This live stream and podcast was recorded during the 2023 WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes. Without the labor of the writers and the actors currently on strike, the Trek series that we love to cover on this show week in and week out would not be possible and wouldn't exist. So make sure that you support the strike. You stand in solidarity with the writers and the actors because they are fighting for their livelihoods. And I'll say this every week as well. The shit that they're trying to get away with AI is fucking scary. So support the strikes, support your actors, support your writers. With that being said, we are tonight going to talk about San Diego Comic-Con 2023. Emcee and Girafe were both there, had a tremendous weekend. Things that we're going to talk about include the 5-minute clip from the season 5 premiere of Star Trek Discovery, which was awesome. We actually just watched it right before the show. We can't play that one on the pod because it's 5 minutes and they get into weird legal issues. We will watch the Lower Decks trailer. We're going to talk also about what we think the season, what kind of season from Discovery we might be getting. Then we won't spend too much time on it because we're going to review it next week, but we are definitely going to watch that Strange New World Subspace Rhapsody trailer and talk about that briefly. And then finally, we're going to break down that amazing Lower Decks Season 4 trailer coming our way this September. So let's do it, guys. Let's get into our San Diego Comic-Con wrap from 2023. Emcee, Girafe, both of you spent a lot of time there, a lot of panels, cool things happening there. Some of the more smaller things coming from Trek that maybe caught your eye. I don't care which one of you goes first. Who wants to talk about something that caught your eye Trek-wise from Comic-Con that maybe wasn't Hall H?
I mean, like Hall H, as cool as it was to see all of that stuff, it's like, it was all kind of stuff. It's like, we knew it was coming. Stuff that was immediately dropped afterwards. So, being in the room, very cool, but also not super necessary other than the cool energy. So I actually did get a lot more out of the other panels that I happened to go to, including the ones that Girafe was on, because she was on some very cool panels.
That's
True.
right.
I was going to say, I went to a grand total of one panel outside of the panels that I hosted because you know me, I have no focus whatsoever. So I don't stay very long in panels, except if I'm working for one and I'm hosting one and I cannot just stand up and go. So yeah, I mostly met with people and, one of the small things that caught my eye, I would say it's more about the fandom. There was an extraordinary number of people in Strange New Worlds uniforms, very clearly, and Paramount booth was overrun by people after Hall H that the fire marshal has to close it down. And yeah, you'd see a lot of people sporting some Star Trek goodies or buying Star Trek goodies. Like even at her universe, they had this dress, this TOS dress. And
are you talking about the red one?
Yeah.
Karen, I'm getting that
you
for
don't
Karen
want
for
my
her
opinion
birthday.
on the red one. You want my opinion on the red one?
Yes.
it's very cheap fabric, like very, very cheap
Oh,
fabric.
I will tell her that tonight
can
and maybe have her pick something else out.
I,
then.
I buy a red dress of that shape on Amazon and I'll make you a color
Get
for
the-
like
yeah.
a fraction of the price. But yeah, but it's cheap, to be honest. I mean, anyway, so yeah, that's what struck me. There's a lot of new Trekkies out there. It reminded me of 2009, with a lot
Mhm.
of people coming to the fandom and knowing only this piece of the fandom, which was very interesting. So yeah, that's what I noticed. But very new Trekkies, you see that also.
Yeah,
Like
there
they're
was
not
a lot of new Trekkies.
like I was cosplaying Vindicta, for example, and a lot of people had not watched Lower Decks. And yeah, so that was interesting to see.
Mhm. But in terms of other panels, like the IDW panel was incredibly interesting because there's so much Trek coming out in comics, and they are doing this huge event that is just starting now, which is the Day of Blood.
I just read it 2 hours ago and got goosebumps all the way through.
I have not read it yet. I'm looking. I do have it because, yeah.
There
Somebody
it is.
gave it to me at a bar.
Ah,
So, but I've not read it yet.
Yeah.
That's why it's all like messed up because it was
Nah.
in my con bag for some days.
well, why don't we talk about it, right? Because we talk about like what Trek is on TV so much, right? And Trek TV, Trek movies. Like this has been building up in both the Star Trek ongoing series that features Captain Sisko and the crew of the Theseus, which is really, really awesome. You have Data on there, you have Bev, you have Scotty. It's absolutely wild. Tom Paris. Then these events are also shaping up on Star Trek Defiant, where Worf has stolen the Defiant with the help of Spock. And he's like the pirate captain of the Defiant, and Spock is his pirate first officer. And they've got Ro, they've got B'Elanna. Spock thinks it's a good idea. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Spock thought it was a good idea to maybe reactivate Lore, who is now a member of the crew. It's absolutely wild, and it's all shaping up because Kahless has started a cult and is trying to kill all the godlike beings in the universe. And
what makes it even more personal is that Alexander is a member of this cult. So Worf is dealing with not only the Klingons, but he's dealing with his own son.
Yep. And Worf is just not happy, and Sisko was gonna, I think at one point in one of the issues, was gonna fire on a ship that Kahless and Alexander was on, and Worf was like, I'm not gonna allow this. And Worf and Sisko have a falling out, and it's not until basically Day of Blood 1 where they come face to face again and be like, listen, we may hate each other's guts right now, but at the end of the day we are friends, and Kronos is burning. And that's where Day of Blood starts. Kronos is burning. How cool is this? Like, have you been, I know you haven't read it, but have you been able to flip through it and see this art? Because it's just
well, I mean, the thing is, my copy of it is the SDCC.
Oh, you have the foil.
I have the fancy one, which comes in like a package, so I haven't even opened it yet.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
never will.
No, I don't actually believe in preserving comics like that.
Same.
I will read it, and then I'll, bag and board it just so it doesn't get completely destroyed.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the stuff that came off this panel, the Defiant comics, you naming all of the people who are on it, having it described by the creators as the Dirty Dozen in Star Trek, which is just such a perfect way to describe it. And what's going on with Day of Blood with, Kahless versus Ben Sisko is one man of faith versus one man of faith, which again, like perfect, absolutely here for this. And we were told very clearly that Worf is going to pay for not being there for Alexander.
Yep. I like that. Giraffe. I know when we were talking to Colin and Jackson during our bonus pod, we got really excited that Shax right now also in that series is living his best life.
ejecting warp core and stuff like this. Yeah.
Yep. Killing Cardassians. Yeah.
And it's going to get even better because he's got a comic coming out, which is called Shax's Best Day.
Yep.
And it's basically 30 pages of Shax killing Klingons.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
there
they,
might-
they did like very cool pens. I don't know where is mine, but IDW did like sharks like punching people pens. That's very cool.
I think I've got
Nice.
I'm sorry, my phone is blowing up because apparently aliens are real. We have like
Apparently
we
aliens
are
are
not
real.
alone.
Yep.
Yep.
like
Did
officially
first contact
like
happen?
it's official, like aliens exist and it's like in
I
front of
think this is
Congress
the
right
one you're
now.
talking about.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a good day to die. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Yeah.
I was blessed of pins this weekend.
Yes, you were a little bit
Yeah.
jealous. You have the foil cover in front of you.
I can grab it.
While you go grab that, I'm gonna have Giraffe put her copy back on the camera again, because speaking of Day of Blood, I'm trying to time this perfectly. That's right, there it is once more. We're gonna give away a copy of the first issue to give away. That foil is so awesome, I want it. Yeah, we're gonna give away a copy of issue 1. And all you need to do is
I have the one we're actually giving away.
oh, you both
that's the
do.
one
There you
we're
go.
giving.
You both can see it in different angles and different colors because everybody's camera is different. I love it.
To the back.
Giraffe, why don't you open some pages and MC can do the colors so people can see what they're getting. It's gorgeous. Literally in the page that Giraffe just opened, you could see Kronos burning. It's freaking wild. So while they do that, Hawk, why don't you read our trivia question so people can win a copy of this?
Alrighty. So, in what episode of Star Trek TNG does Kalis return? Email
Mhm.
the answer to trivia@strangenewpod.com.
Yes. A very simple question from a very good episode of Trek. We have a comment from Jim McMahon in the chat. Worf's already considered a bad dad. Sounds like karma has come to him from IDW. Yes.
That is very true. The team at IDW are very aware of all things continuity and they want to bring it up. They've mentioned how they really want to take things from where they are now to where they're going to be in Picard.
Yep.
And also bring up, stuff that, loose threads. One thing that they did mention is their upcoming storyline where they're getting a new gang together and it's going to bring up a whole bunch of people.
Nice.
And I think the big one, the one that made me go, was Hugh is going to be coming in.
So funny that you said that. I just saw, I think it's at the end of Day of Blood 1, the cover for Defiant 9. And it's, I saw it on Twitter. It's Worf holding his Mek'leth. And in the reflection of the Mek'leth, you could very clearly see Hugh's optical implant and a red Borg light. So it's a really dope cover of what's to come with Defiant and Day of Blood. So just absolutely stoked. I know the both of you, I think, are already talked with Colin and Jackson at Comic-Con about getting them back on to talk about Day of Blood. So you guys have that to look forward to.
I mean, MC did. I mostly
drank with
Yeah,
them.
about random plays in London and Barbie margaritas. So
Ooh.
I can't be trusted. You know that.
I do want to say though, you are very accurate with what you said about not having the patience at panels, because I think I went to a ton of panels with you in Chicago, and I think like for each single one of them, you sat down next to me for 5 minutes and were like, "Bye." So it's on brand. It's on brand.
Yeah.
Yep. Love it. Speaking of on brand, Giraffe, just like rocking some fancy shirts tonight. That's good. It's another Enterprise shirt. It's a good one.
Here.
Yeah.
There's Latin on it also.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, Semper Explodo.
Oh, very nice. Why are we
What is it?
laughing?
It's because I know what the Latin is.
Oh, what's it say? Oh, wait, what?
Semper
Why-
Explodo? You don't.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fairly self-explanatory.
Self-explode?
It's I always
Self-destruct?
explore.
Oh, I always explore. I don't know. I don't know any
Yeah.
Latin. I'm horrible. Yeah. Colin, there actually are a few shirts that are Enterprise themed that match the hat. You can mix and match the Enterprise shirts
Yeah.
with that Enterprise hat. If you don't want to wear Enterprise gear, you could also wear this Vulcans Cannot Lie Strange New World shirt.
I want
He
this one.
lies.
Sorry?
I want this one. This one looks cool.
It's really nice. It's really nice. I like it. I like the big Spock outline. And you can get that from Heroes and Villains. They had a really awesome, it wasn't Star Trek related, but they had, you guys got to check it out, right? Their SDCC booth, right? It was
Yeah, but it was all Star Wars, but they had some cool hoodies, and the line was absolutely insane all the time. And as much as I cannot stay seated in a panel, I have a lot of difficulty staying put in a line also.
This is
So,
very true. Like lines and draft
I do not
are
do
not
line. I
mixing.
do not do line.
fair.
So yeah, but their Star Wars stuff is really cool. Like,
Yeah.
beautiful stuff. Yeah.
No, and they just did like a whole Return of the Jedi celebration release. So you can check that out on heroesandvillains.com. But obviously, I think most of you are looking for their Star Trek stuff, which Giraffe and I are wearing. You can get 20% off your first order from heroesandvillains.com if you are in the US. That is 20% off your first order using our unique code, all caps, the word strange. So check them out. I guarantee you're going to find something you like. And let us know that we sent you. So let's get into it, guys. Obviously, we can't show it on here because it's a 5-minute long clip and there's rights issues and stuff, but we got to talk about that Star Trek Discovery season 5 clip because it just comes in and it's nonstop action from second 1 to the end where Michael flies through the view screen. Giraffe, this goes your baby. You were like texting me in all caps during this.
Well, okay. So first of all, like when we knew about the strike, I was like, they're gonna cancel their panel. When they didn't cancel, like right away, we were like, oh, they're gonna show the crossover. And then everything I wanted was just like, show me some Disco season 5. Show me some Disco season 5. Because we're in July and it's supposed to come in what, 6 months?
2024.
Mhm.
Early 2024, they said, yep.
Yeah, whatever. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
6
Yeah,
months.
6 months.
Ish. Like, we know we're not gonna have Prodigy, so like, give me something. Like, you fed me Star Trek for 52 weeks in a row, and now you're like leaving me like this, abandoned in the dark, in the cold. So I was really hoping for some Discovery, and I was so glad that they showed first 5 minutes, because I feel compared to a trailer, giving like these like first 5 minutes give you like really like a bite that you can have out of an episode, and like really seeing how they're gonna start the season gives you a lot of, I don't know, ground to imagine stuff more than a trailer. So I was really happy about these 5 minutes. I have to say that Whole H was definitely not super pumped for Disco.
Ugh.
Like I was
Yeah.
like the only one on my row being like, woo!
Are you f***ing kidding me?
Yeah,
This is
well,
true. I was like
the
that
other thing
too.
is that the Whole H was like half empty. Like
Yeah.
last year for Picard, it was packed,
I didn't get in.
Yeah, you didn't get in.
Yep.
Like people just walked in the middle of the Star Trek panel. Like the door was
Yep.
just open. So the room was a half empty, to be honest. So maybe also I'm judging because I'm used to the noise that Whole H does, and it was not doing that noise. So yeah. But I was like, oh my god, like, and the guy Scott Mance was agree trying to like
Hype
pump
up.
people up for Disco, and I was like, shut up, just give it to me, just show it now. So yeah,
He
that
gets
was
the "you tried" star, but not much.
yeah. It tried hard though. It was like Sonic War Martin Green. You don't love Sonic War Martin Green. She's so awesome. I was like, she's awesome. But yeah.
Nice. Hawk, you have the benefit of literally just watching this for the first time about 20 minutes ago. What do you think about this?
Most of the links got pulled down pretty quick on it and that, but thank God you guys set me up with it. It's like Giraffe said, it's like amazing having like a 5-minute piece in that to focus on instead of like random images and that throughout like, what'll probably be like the first 6 episodes of a season. And it didn't disappoint at all. Like it's disappointing that this is its final season and that. I mean, it's like the first kind of Trek news that really bummed us out this year. finding this out, but it does leave the possibility that they can just kind of do whatever the hell they want with this. I'm disappointed we're not, that this could possibly be our last glimpse into like this side of the Star Trek universe, and that, like, how with how many years into the future they are. It is an action-packed clip, and you can see Michael Burnham is definitely still the hands-on captain that we've grown to love.
There's no reason for her to be out there doing that, but of course it's her, right? Because it's Michael.
Listen, I'm a sucker for a Die Hard episode, right?
Yeah.
Like, I remember
Oh, yeah.
the first thing I texted you. It's a
You were
Die
like,
Hard
they're doing a
episode!
Die Hard.
Like, I love this. I'm like, I'm here for this. I'm here for that kind of shenanigans.
I keep muting my mic. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Anything else, Hog?
Just it throws a lot of information at you. Where there's a mysterious new villain, which Emcee is going to expound on in a few minutes. I think she says, yeah. It's we see the return of David Cronenberg as Kovich, which big shout out for me for that. It's so good. Like the effects, the editing, that. If you can watch it, people, just watch it. That scene where she flipped back in through the window of Discovery to take her seat.
Giraffe's head just now, just like
Badassery. Like, that was so badass. Like, I don't buy it. It's absolutely unnecessary, but I'm the target audience for that scene. I was like, it would have been anybody else on Michael Burnham. I was like, this is stupid, but because this is my grandma, I'm like, yes.
She literally gets hit by a piece of debris in space. Like, she'd be dead, but I'm just gonna buy it because it's Star Trek.
This scene makes no sense. It's like absolutely like insane. Like, warp bubble being ejected off her warp bubble. She's fine.
She's fine. She's fine.
She's fine. But that sequence where she goes through she's transported just before the bridge and then just go and sit down. I was like,
Yeah.
More again.
Just slow clapping.
It's like when we were on Rise of the Resistance, Giraffe.
Like 1000%. I was like, yeah, it's stupid, but it makes me very happy. Thank you.
The only thing that they needed to do at the end of that clip was edit in Obi-Wan going, another happy landing. MC, what do you think about this clip? You were in Hall H too.
I am gay.
Yeah, you are.
I am really gay after watching that. Okay, watching this in Hall H. There's a reason why I got a promotion after this con, because I was trying to watch the clip, live tweet it, and also get Giraffe's reactions through text, which is a lot to handle to try to like process Giraffe going, they're doing a Die Hard. Also me texting, me live tweeting, and it's like one eye on the phone and one eye on the screen. I want to see what's happening. But most important thing is, seriously, Michael Burnham is such a fucking badass. Like, I just can't with, like, with her being so hands-on, can we call her anything but Kirkian? Like, she is like the captain who is like always going to like do the thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We love her for doing the thing because like she's good at doing it. And as Hawk, alluded to with this mysterious new villain, I don't know if you guys have figured this out about me, but I like a punk girl.
No, you don't.
Right? So this, this bleach blonde, dark clothed, pirate lady. I'm intrigued by her. I want to know what's going on. And I mean, just the action was so good. Like the effects were good. And I, trying to follow exactly everything that's going on because, it's like there's obviously a story going on with this other captain on this other ship. And I get the feeling like that's probably going to be either like at least the episode long thing or possibly like a season long thing where, Michael's going to be butting heads with this other captain. And whatever that, piratey ship did at the end to like get away. Like all of this is just like, I am so interested in all of this. And yes, I do think that showing this clip is way better than a trailer because it's like, I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, a trailer would just be like, yes, I am hyped, but this is like, I want to know specifically what's going on.
Yeah. Yep. I really can't add much more to what you guys said. This clip was fucking dope. My favorite thing that I'm looking forward to this season is the fact that this other captain that Michael we know from at New York Comic Con last year, we found out that she's going to be butting heads with him a lot, Captain Raynor. And I love the fact that it's Leoben from Battlestar. And that's like, listen, the dude has a great career of playing side characters, but he's one of, I think, like the most underrated actors. And he's going to be a great foil, if that's actually what he ends up being, to Burnham. You could already get the tension between the two. And I like that a lot. Hawk, you said the special effects are just fucking amazing. Like everything, you know, I watched the one time while it was going on at Comic-Con. I didn't notice at the end how cool it was when he finally lets go of the tractor beam and the pirates go to warp. I noticed when the spin that they were sending out false transponders, right? Like a very cool pirate move that all went to warp. That's a really neat trick. And I love the fact, and I know that Giraffe's going to agree with me on this, we both loved the Wonderlands book. And we wanted more history of what was going on during the burn with like mercantiles and Michael becoming a courier, right? And we know that that's going to be part of this. And I do wonder if Captain Raynor was someone who was like hunting down couriers or had some kind of beef with couriers and maybe going back to the Emerald Chain. So I'm stoked for the season. I know that the key word that they used for this was adventure, and it's way past time that Discovery, being called Discovery, does an adventure story, and I'm fucking here for it. So
you're gonna see that this season is gonna be epic, and then they're gonna be like, too bad it's the last one, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, why?
Yeah, but I mean, the nice thing about Star Trek is that, you know, none of these characters ever really go away, and they're there for the future.
Well,
you know?
the Prodigy campaign has over 30,000 signatures. I bet you we can get a season 6 one to surpass that. I would fucking start it. So,
Yeah.
or
at the very least, movies.
Give me 2 movies. Give me 3 movies. Give me 4. I don't care.
I mean, there's a spin-off. There's literally 2 spin-offs, like Strange New Worlds and the Academy. So
yeah, yep. We'll see.
And the Section 31 movie.
That's
and
right.
Section 31 movie.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Disco has spawned a lot of side stories.
Yeah. Anything else we want to?
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more thing,
please.
Regarding this new villain and that, did anybody get the impression her hairstyle was definitely influenced by Pris from Blade Runner?
Pris, and I forget what's her name from Farscape. I can't remember her name.
I agree.
Yeah.
Farscape fans?
Farscape fans in the chat. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, it is a hairstyle like that TV tropes calls the sci-fi bob.
The sci-fi bob. Yeah.
Yeah.
That works. Yeah. Anything else on Disco before we move on to Subspace Rhapsody? Good. Cool. So we're not going to...
Yana.
Yes. Thank you. Yep. That's the one. We're not going to spend too much time on this because we're reviewing it next week, but we have to go and watch this trailer. So I am going to share my screen, and I hope I can go on the right one. It is this. We are going to watch the Subspace Rhapsody trailer, the musical episode of Strange New Worlds. Let's do it. No, I did the wrong one again. That's annoying.
People celebrate with song. Do you know the odds of all of us being here at this time?
I keep asking
improbable. And yet, here we are.
Alrighty, there it is. MC, you're up first on this one. What was your reaction? It's kind of was the worst kept Star Trek secret, but made official at Comic-Con.
Yeah, this was a very terribly kept secret. I mean, like seeing the trailer, I mean, it certainly looks interesting, and like just watching it, and like this is the first time I've seen it since Hall H, and there was like stuff in there that I'd missed. It's like, oh, it looks like there's a lot of stuff going on with Kirk and La'an in this. It's just, kind of blows my idea of Kirk already being with Carol Marcus out of the water, unless they have a very open relationship, which no judgment. But in terms of, like what my feel of this is so far, I am hesitant because I do enjoy a musical episode, but I'm very picky about the musical episodes that I like because, I mean, obviously, I've never made it a secret. I'm a huge fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Once More with Feeling is like basically like the gold standard of a musical episode. And it looks like there's some sort of space anomaly that has like caused this whole thing. And so it's like, so it's basically, it's a spell. So, and I think in terms of like other musical episodes, I really like the Scrubs one that they did, which was, a medical anomaly at that point. So like my standards on musical episodes are high. And the problem is we've heard a couple people on this show sing already, and their musical talents maybe a bit lacking. So it'll be interesting to see how they work that. And also, I mean, the thing is, I don't know anything about this episode aside from the fact that people are singing. And the important part, I think, of a musical episode is that musicals are supposed to be, like, the songs are supposed to be emotion that cannot be contained and explained through proper dialogue. So, they just burst into song. And since I don't know what the actual episode is going to be about, there's still a huge question mark with me.
Yeah.
Though it looks like Chapel might have a musical number about the fact that, she needs to be free because of basically all the things that Blameless
I'm calling it. Chapel leaves the Enterprise this episode, judging by things I've seen in trailers. Yeah, right. Yeah. Good for her. Good for her.
Go do things, girl. Like go be badass. Do your life. Go like invent vaccines and stuff. I don't know. Like go be a STEM queen.
That's right.
That's all I want for you.
Fair. Good, MC?
I'm good.
Hawk.
Well, yeah, this has been the worst kept secret. I'm glad because they're building up such great buzz around this. So it's going to be like probably besides 207, this is going to be the most watched episode this season. And that I don't know if anybody else got the same impression, but did anybody feel like there was a Christmas theme to this?
Yes.
Like the lettering they were using.
100%.
That big explosion of light at the end, and that almost kind of looked like Christmas tree lights. Yep.
I was getting more just old musical because actually mentioning Once More with Feeling, it looked very similar to some of the Once More with Feeling posters.
Yeah. I know this is going to be a good episode for Celia Rose Gooding, and Christina Chong, obviously. I'm sure the rest of them are going to have fun in that. I'm sure their talents, their vocal talents, kind of
have fun. Yeah.
Yep. My thought is that even if this is a terrible episode, it's still going to be pretty good.
Yeah. Agreed. Tara in the chat writes, I thought the font just looked a bit like Bewitched, which it does as well, for sure.
True, yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's very retro kind of font styling.
Colin says that Rebecca Romaine's a decent singer. I didn't know that. I didn't know that Rebecca Romaine sang. That's awesome. Yeah. So, good Hawk.
Q&A, right?
In
Q-
Q&A,
oh, yeah,
she
duh,
sings.
Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. Yeah.
I was just picking on Ethan Peck.
I know you
because
were.
the-
I knew exactly what you were saying when you said it. Giraffe.
Listen, I don't like musicals. I never liked them. I found them, they make me uncomfortable. I don't know what to do with these people jumping around. I just hope the story is gonna be good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Well-
I like the Buffy musical because it's a dark episode, let's say. Like, it's a deep
Mhm.
episode, you know? So if it's a musical and it's just like love shenanigan, because I feel that's what it's gonna be about, seeing the thing. Like, it's gonna be everybody talking about like their love life. Yeah. Episode 10 better be good.
Mhm.
We're getting Gorny in
Is-
episode 10 because we haven't seen him yet, man. So they're saving the Gorn for the finale.
Well,
I most
Giraffe,
probably-
if you don't like musicals, you're in for a bad shock when it comes to our episode. Because surprise! No, we're not singing.
Oh man.
I don't fucking sing. Like, that's not a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm really disappointed that Disco didn't get the musical. Let's be
I would
honest.
agree
Yes.
with that a lot
Yeah.
because so many. Yeah.
Anthony
These-
Rapp.
This
Come on.
crew has been like all the behind the scene videos that they shoot of each other is them breaking into songs and like, you know, being silly and singing all the time. You have so many Broadway actors on Disco, and I'm just like, I would have lived just to see them sing.
Yeah.
Strange New World, yeah. There's Celia for sure. Like, we know they can sing. But then, yeah, I don't know. If the story is good, I'm gonna like it. But if the story is dumb on top of like, I mean, not dumb, but like very romantic-ish or like very Christmassy. I hate Christmas episodes. Listen. Oh my god. Like, I've barely made it through like one freaking Doctor Who Christmas episode. Like, Ted Lasso lost me for a year because of their freaking Christmas episode. Like, I couldn't go through it and I stopped watching altogether. I'm
Is
like,
it sad that I don't remember the Ted Lasso Christmas episode?
oh my god.
Because it's a really bad episode.
It's
I don't remember it
terrible.
either.
It's so bad.
God, I don't remember it. That's
Yeah,
probably
it
for
was.
the best.
It was one of their like they had a 10 episode season and they raised it to 12, and so they're like, we're gonna throw in a Christmas episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, and okay, we know they celebrate Thanksgiving, but can we not do Christmas?
Yeah.
Can we not? So yeah, I'll reserve my judgment for when the thing is out, but I am not excited.
We haven't gotten
At
our screener for it yet. If they're going by the schedule they've been giving us, we could get it tomorrow. So we'll see. But I'm curious. For me, I'm gonna completely copy MC because my bar is Once More with a Feeling. I am a massive Buffy fan as well. So that is the bar. And I personally, and I haven't seen the Scrubs one, so I can't like talk fully to all the musical episodes that have been in television. But I don't think that there has been a good musical episode since Once More with Feeling. Like, some people talk about like the Supergirl Flash musical episode, which was okay. Listen, I'm just gonna be harsh real quick. That shit was garbage. Like, it was
I
garbage.
didn't even know it was a thing.
And for good reason. It's just trash, and that's being somewhat kind.
Here's how hard it is to do a good musical episode with all of the messed up stuff they did. Supernatural never tried.
Oh right, yeah.
15
That's
seasons and they
true.
never tried? Holy.
Wow, they should have.
They
No.
brought Scooby Doo on before they did a musical.
And they have like insane episodes, like insane. And I would have seen them doing a musical actually. That would have been
yeah.
been like on brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the closest they did was when there was a musical in the episode, but it wasn't like
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite, sorry, my
No, go
favorite
ahead.
musical episode was also a Christmas episode. It was, do you guys remember the Community?
I've
with
never
Glee
watched
Club?
Community.
True,
Yeah.
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
that one's not bad.
I don't watch
That
a lot
one
of
is
those
not bad.
comedies, so I'm yeah, I should.
But because comedy has already that like kind of like stupidity going on, you
Mhm.
know, and
It's
that
so much
you
of an
know,
easier fit.
yeah, you know it's gonna be ridiculous, and you know that it's gonna be ridiculous on purpose, and that you're supposed to
Right.
like feel bad for them, kind of. You know, when here you're not supposed to feel like it's ridiculous. I don't feel it's a vibe in Stranger World, and I'm definitely gonna feel it's ridiculous. So you know, that's the thing
Yeah.
with musicals.
Haven saying they did a musical in season 10.
They did not. The episode he is referring to is called Fan Fiction, which is what I mentioned. It is an episode with a musical in it.
Right.
Sam, Dean, Castiel, none of them sing. They're investigating a school play, which is based off of the Supernatural books.
Oh,
it is not a musical. It is something
And
with a
then,
musical
do
in
you
it.
know who you're talking to here? Like, I've watched the integrality of Supernatural like 7 times. Like,
That's commitment.
and she's
Jesus
like
Christ.
an expert. She has a doctorate, like a PhD as Supernatural.
Oh man. And then Wayner's got a great comment, which I would agree with because I went with him to see it. My uninformed opinion is that it won't be quite as good as Con the musical. Con the
Could be.
musical was fucking amazing. So
Yeah,
anyway,
but because it's a comedy, right? And
Right.
it's supposed to be
Right.
like slightly ridiculous,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
See
So,
my point?
we'll see. Hey, we only have to wait 8 days. 8 days. So should we head over to Lower Decks? Save the best for last. Lower Decks.
Lower Decks.
Am I gonna just play this for shits and giggles and funs? Yes, I am.
Ooh, this is the new shuttle with the blast shield. Yeah. The blast
Stop it.
shield
No,
is the
it
blast
works.
shield. And
Yeah,
it
it
comes
works.
down and it
You
goes
don't
up.
have to.
Blast
Stop it. Stop
shield.
it.
All right, enough of that. Let's watch this fucking trailer because it's awesome. And it's gonna give me the wrong thing again. I guarantee you. Watch. This is gonna be Subspace Rhapsody again. Yup. Here we go. All right, here's the Lower Deck Season 4 trailer.
At the edge of the universe,
Starfleet intercepted a distress call command thinks could be related to the recent attacks.
at the brink of destruction,
The attacks have all been non-Federation ships, but now someone's targeting Starfleet.
They're sending the Cerritos? I guess we're finally getting some respect.
Man, I have to start with holodeck waste removal. Ugh.
Your odor will be repulsive.
these are the voyages of the crew of the Starship Cerritos.
We're all such a good team. We finish each other's.
Diofantine equations. Don't get too used to this kind of work. Promotions are coming up, and I think you'll be very happy.
Wait, really?
As long as nothing goes sideways today.
All good. I love it, actually. All part of the ambiance.
On September 7th,
Holy f***!
they will have one chance
We'll be friends no matter what our ranks are. That's an order.
Yes, ma'am.
to prove that they can be more
We've worked together for years. I trust you.
than simply
Lower decks! Lower decks!
Slow down, slow down!
Dude, this is nothing compared to, that Pike thing we aren't supposed to talk about.
a new season of Star Trek Lower Decks.
Oh, man, am I in the game?
Move along home. Alamarain, count to 4.
I'm gonna die at Move Along Home. I'm just saying it right now. I'm gonna fucking die. Oh man. Who's first? We're back to the top. Hawk, you get to go first on this one. Your thoughts on the Lower Decks Season 4 trailer.
I'm so glad we're watching this multiple times and that because there's a lot to unpack here. First up, that ship that's just obliterating everything. That's got to be related to Peanut Hamper, right?
Maybe.
Like, it just
Peanut
feels
Hamper and Badgie, because Badgie's back too. I don't know.
It's weird, but also that ship design is very familiar. I don't know if anybody kind of recognizes it.
I didn't.
No,
It actually looked a little bit like a dot. Like a tiny bit.
Like a what?
A dot. Like the dots from Disco.
True. It looks like a dot. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
yeah.
You got
Something.
you got Tara all excited in the chat by mentioning Peanut Hamper.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tone down your excitement. We hate Peanut Hamper. Kidding.
But it's a
Not
new
kidding.
it's a new season of Lower Decks. It's I just know like it's going to be good. We're going to Ferenginar. We're getting Rom back. We're getting Lita back. What else?
We could already announce our first guest for that episode is going to be Jessica. She's already signed on, so that's awesome.
Yeah. Did it look like Rutherford and Tendy were being pushed into some sort of wedding ceremony on Ferenginar?
No, I think that they were like undercover on Ferenginar, and I think they accidentally won a honeymoon suite.
Ah, okay.
I think that's exactly what happened.
Oh, and I'm so glad for the screen grabs because like the first time I watched the trailer, I totally missed like the exercise routine with Grants and Shax.
Yeah.
They took one of the most hated bits from TNG in that, and they flipped the script on it. And it's like, this is what this show does best.
Listen, new Star Trek has done one thing well, and one thing only, is giving me all the naked dude I wanted. And I'm here for this. Let's be honest, like, thank you, Picard Season 1. They started it, and we're like not blind to it. Let's keep it rolling.
Amazing.
What more to say? I don't know. I have anything more to say. I just can't wait for September 7th.
Same. Giraffe.
Ridiculous. This trailer is ridiculous. Like in Whole Age, people were roaring at that trailer. Like there's so many things. I couldn't see everything, but everybody was cracking up. And we knew we were gonna watch the crossover, right? So like the last bit when she says like that pie thing we're not supposed to talk about, everybody lost their shit. Like lost it 1000%. I like the thing that you see Boimler with the Medusan
the Spock goggles.
Goggles.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't know what's that about, but I want to know. I'm looking forward to see how the crossover has impacted the Lower Decker. I do hope we see something change in them because of this. Like, that's not a small thing, right? Especially Boimler and all this. I wonder if like the first episode we're gonna have is them like checking the history books to make sure that they didn't mess up anything. It looks like it's gonna be absolutely insane. I'm already here for Tallinn. I already want to do a Tallinn Orion outfit. We see her a little bit in the back while Marina is getting stabbed in the heart, right?
All part of the ambiance.
It's all part of the ambiance. Old school, man. Old school.
Like they have a jar to collect bloody knives.
No, it seems like it's gonna be. I was not super into last season. I mean, I loved it, but I felt it was like
it was definitely the weakest season, I think.
Yeah. And we're back to like absolute insanity. I'm glad that they're getting promotion because we talked about it. Like they cannot be Lower Deckers for fucking ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad there's a new character also. It's gonna bring some fresh blood and kick the thing into a little bit in a new gear.
Yeah, agreed.
Because we don't know how many seasons that they're gonna have, right?
Yeah.
Like, apparently the new 7 is 5. So.
Yeah. And they're renewed for 5 already, so hopefully it goes beyond that. Because I think Tara just said, "I need where to go, where to go, where to go." Anyway, wrote something about it needed to run forever, so I agree. Emcee, what'd you think about this?
Oh, I mean, like this is just—it's so amazing. Like I'm so here for all of this. I need to go through frame by frame or maybe just go to our Twitter.
Well, we are going to go frame by frame in a minute. Yeah.
Because there's it's Lower Decks. It's so dense. I love that Lower Decks is apparently the show that is deeply connected to Deep Space Nine. Because I mean, we had Picard, which was very much, TNG related. Strange New Worlds is, TOS. Prodigy is Voyager, and so Lower Decks, kind of pairs with the Deep Space Nine. And last season we had Hear All Trust Nothing, and this season looks like we're getting Rom and Lita. I'm wondering if that gift box, if they're gonna bring Armin Shimmerman in to voice it.
Oh, that would be awesome if they did, because that's totally him. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
And like the Alamarine, like come on, like
oh my
chef's
god,
kiss.
I would die. I would die if Alexander Siddig showed up as Bashir just to like do.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Interested to know like what's going to be happening with Tendi and Rutherford. I've not been a shipper of them. I I like the lower deckers not being involved with one another. So like this whole them being pushed together. I'm wondering where that's going to lead. I'm really hoping to see some lower decker promotions. Maybe not all of them, which could create like an interesting storyline. Like if Tendi and Mariner get promoted, but like Rutherford or what if they all get promoted except for Boimler? Like I could like
that would be
legit see that.
brutal. We are going to talk about it because there is going to be a somewhat promotion that's given away in the trailer, but it's not who we expect. I do think it's going to be Tendi. I mean, Tendi's
is
the
like,
obvious answer.
Absolutely is going to get promoted. And speaking, like you made the joke about it during my introduction, but yes, absolutely, I'm going to be making one of these Orion cosplays because, like, thank
Orion
God,
Ursula. That's Orion Ursula.
Thank God they have given me a, like a Tendi costume, like a Orion pirate Tendi that is not the one from Vindictive, because that is the most uncomfortable costume. Like, if you guys do not remember, like, we're at Long Island, I didn't actually flash people because I was wearing a bodysuit, but my top accidentally came down at one point.
Oh, geez.
And then I think Taco took a picture of it, and I'm like, yeah, my top is down in that, so it looks like I'm flashing people.
That's so
So I need something new. I need something a little more comfy.
Well, get on it. We got screenshots now.
Yeah.
Speaking of screenshots, we're not going to go crazy. We're going to wrap up soon. But I do have like 80-something screenshots that we're going to roll through real quick here. So I'm going to share my screen one last time.
So while you were setting that up, I will
thing.
be giving some more animation news, because they did have an animation panel where they were talking a lot about what was going to be going on with Star Trek and animation. And I will be writing some articles that will be turning up on the Strange New blog. But one of the things is they're doing 5 shorts for Star Trek that are in animated series style.
Yep, that's exciting.
And and the article will include the pictures of characters who appear in it, but it's characters like Quark, Riker, Saru. They're hoping to get some representation from every Star Trek series. So I'm so looking forward to seeing this. I'm glad that the animated series is getting love. That was something really cool that came out, and please look for that to come up on the Strange New blog in the next day or two.
They could have included at least one woman.
For real. For real.
I mean, dude, I was like, come on.
That's very true.
And we're getting a lower deck movie.
So
Lower Decks is
Strange New Day for Star Trek Day. Sorry.
For Star Trek Day, they are going to be releasing some selected episodes in theaters. I suspect it won't just be like one episode. I think they'll be doing like a block of them. They didn't say exactly what they were doing, but
I think because it's releasing on September 7th and Star Trek Day is September 8th, I suppose it was going to be the premiere.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That might well be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. And also we were talking about Shax appearing in the comics. Apparently another lower decker is going to be turning up in the main Star Trek series. And Julian and I were hypothesizing on who that would be, because they did not say who.
I would kill for Jack Ransom, just pointing that out.
I would like Tiana. Yeah. So I would like to see what she actually looks like outside of animation.
Yes. Agreed. Should we go through some of these screenshots real quick? We'll skip through a lot of these. This is just Carol and Jack giving orders about this thing, which is destroying.
It does look like, it looks also like the weird pod that they get in Enterprise from Future Man. With the guy inside that is like a bunch of like people, like a bunch of races all together. Like, remember?
Yep. It looks like it could be yeah. I have no idea what it is right now, though. I like it, though. This shot is awesome, destroying a bird of prey. Don't recognize this class of ship. This looks new. I don't know who this belongs to, but I'm here for it. The animation's gorgeous. I also don't think this is the same kind of laser. I don't think that this is related, actually. This might be Romulans. Giraffe. And then speaking of Romulans, the same pod looking thing. It actually, speaking of pods, it looks like an NX-01 shuttle pod too.
True. Mm-hmm.
Which is strange. Anyway, destroying a Romulan warbird. You could see
that's
some...
a D-Deridex,
Yep.
Julian. I know that much. That's the only thing I know.
Yep, the Deridex class warbird. Yep. And then shocked Romulans, I think, as they're about to unfortunately die. Same thing with these poor Klingons. Orions as well. That actually looks a little like Tendi, which is a little bit scary, but I don't think that it is. Hopefully it's not.
Oh, maybe a relative.
Maybe a relative. This could be, what was her name? Astera from...
Asteria?
Dead, no, at that time.
Well, no, but maybe it's a flashback. You never know. Let's see. So more debris. Jack, the Cerritos.
Binars.
Binars.
Did you see that?
Where?
It does say Binar on the thing.
Where?
Yep.
Behind
Commander Ransom. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. Ooh.
Is that a Binar ship?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a Binar ship, which makes sense because there's like two pieces pieces on it.
Yeah, true. Interesting. And then this, listen, we wanted T'Lyn last season. We got a shot of her in a line. We're going to be getting a lot of T'Lyn this season. I'm stoked. We're also going to come back to T'Lyn because I noticed something in the trailer that's very interesting. Talking about how smelly Boimler would be.
I like the fact that she has the little pins for like the Maquis.
Yep.
Like when
yep.
you're like...
Yep. This looks like that planet that they always go to, which from episode 2 of Lower Decks in season 1, where that has like the little Klingon town. I forget the name of the planet, but this is an interesting shot because this is Ransom and Kayshawn on the bridge of Voyager, and we're gonna get more shots on the bridge of Voyager in a little bit. I really want to know
what's oozing.
I know.
It's that alien that comes out near the end of the trailer from the gel packs. I think this, and Voyager's at warp too. So do they steal it from the Fleet Museum? Because we're gonna find out later that it's definitely a museum piece. Let's see. What the hell is going on here, guys?
That's. I mean, we've got Jennifer in there, and
what's his name? The guy who had the corn.
I
always forget his name. He's there.
Oh,
Jet.
yeah.
It's Jet. Yep. Billups, Ransom, Rutherford.
Stevens.
Yeah, Stevens, not Billups, Stevens. This is interesting, and they're all naked. I did a caption.
Not all. Somebody has one of them has a uniform.
And they're very, very drunk. But I mean, like more drunk than they are usually because, they're always drunk. And that's why they're in animation. Yep. Yes, I listen to the show when I'm not on.
Are they going to do a Naked Now episode?
That's what I'm thinking.
They already did one.
Kind of did Naked
in
Time.
Lower Decks?
Well, they referenced Naked Time in the holodeck. There was the holodeck simulation. This shot's great. I love it. I did a caption this, please, on Twitter. Didn't get a lot of responses. Shame on you people. Kidding. Listen, we love these two. They're getting to work. They're doing their thing. I love it.
It's giving Uhura and Spock.
Yeah.
Fixing the console.
Do you know what I find really interesting about this shot? It's framed in a way that you could see Rutherford's pips, but you can't see Tendi's. I wonder if they did that on purpose.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm looking way too much into this for sure, though. Listen, Lower Decker is gonna lower deck. They're always working on that shuttle. That poor shuttle. Boimler gets the holodeck filters. Poor kid. Oh, that's rough. But look, we're getting promotions. We already talked. We think it could be Tendi. It could be Tendi. Looks super excited. T'Lyn looks like T'Lyn. I love it.
I really like the California
yes, it's
press.
really cool. They were giving pins away of that at SDCC.
I know, I have it.
Nice. And then let's see what else. Boimler running for his life. This dude just cannot catch a break ever. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
How does he wind up going from the holodeck with those waste containers to some alien planet still holding the same waste
Well,
container.
no, I'm gonna tell you, that's how they dispose of the waste container. They throw them into a fire planet or lava planet. So he's in a shuttle, right? And he has to go and throw this container in a lava pit or something like that.
What
That's
you
what's
mean they
going
wouldn't
on.
use that stuff in the replicator? That's good protein.
I'm convinced that's what it is.
I kind of love
That's
that
how
theory.
they dispose of their shit.
I mean, I agree. Like that's actually probably what they do. But yeah, no, things have got to go wrong for Boimler. This is why he doesn't end up getting promoted. This is my line. I'm pretty sure Boimler's not going to be promoted this season, which sucks. But
yeah, even though he's going to work his ass off.
Yeah, he's going to work so hard that he actually ruins it.
Yep, exactly. This is where I think Rutherford and Tendi accidentally win a honeymoon suite, judging by the hearts that are coming out of this, and they're at. I think it says it's Lita. Is it Lita's Lodge? Is that an L? And no, it's.
And I think it's Love's Lodge.
Love's Lodge. But yeah, I think they want a honeymoon suite. I love the Ferengi merch. I love that
the Ferengis are so cute.
they are adorable. Oh, I love this. This gives me Temple of Doom vibes at the beginning. The suits that they're in, right? Because they were at that ball.
I love that these coats have their color around the collar. You see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I like that the bow thing has has a Ferengi head on.
Ferengi head on. It's like Disneyland. Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah, they're definitely not expecting that. I love that they're holding hands, though. I wonder what that says. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they're like the 1,000th customer or whatever. So
yeah, yep. Here it is. There's your new cosplay. Emcee.
Yes.
T'Lyn is not impressed though.
I like that she's carrying a pad in almost every single freaking shot you have of her.
She also girl knows how to accessorize because she's matched the headband.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And the armbands with the belt.
Yeah. How about that? Love it.
I like it. I like a girl in some knee highs. So respect.
Indeed. Yeah, this looks like a fun place. Not gonna lie, I would go here.
And Mariner is into it. Yeah.
10-10, 100%. Looks like I and that Orion bartender. Mariner has a crush. Looks like I like it. And here
Celine's just typing on her
still
pad.
typing on her pad. Yep. Orion Ursula. That's what I'm calling her.
Cosplay opportunity there. Yeah.
Yep. Love it. Yeah. Look at the eyes. This is amazing. I adore this. Oh man. T'Lyn. Okay, so Haven, T'Lyn has a Maquis badge because it's not actually a Maquis badge. It's
not a Maquis badge.
It's a badge
it's
to
a
represent
non-com,
that you're either on an exchange program basically, and that's what they put the Maquis pips on Voyager. So that's not actually
it's like
a
rank, but they're not Starfleet.
Correct. Yep. Poor Mariner, but she loves it. She's all about it. That face doesn't say that, but she's all about it. There's the bowl of knives. I'm not even going to try and guess what's happening in these scenes. Yeah, I know.
It's a lot of red blood in these on these knives.
On the knives, yeah. So
that is very true.
There's no green blood.
Maybe it's a no human rule. So any human that comes in, this little dude. That's
yet again a plush toy that we will never
never have
because Star Trek shop cannot get their shit together.
Yeah.
This thing is serving realness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. I love this. Mariner's what the fuck moment in the leg day outfit again. So maybe the holodeck here. I want to know who's on the hammock.
I feel that's
Dorian?
Boimler.
Green, blue legs. That's
blue legs.
Jennifer in a bikini, maybe if the leg is showing. I don't know.
I think those are pants.
They could be pants.
That doesn't look like a bare leg.
True. Yeah, we'll see. We will find out. Ferenginar. This is so cool. We're going to Ferenginar, and they are so excited to be going to Ferenginar. I love it, even though it rains literally every day of the year. Okay, this is the big one. Look at Talin's rank.
She's an ensign.
She's an ensign. So at some point,
Okay,
She's got.
maybe just a piece of corn.
that's what MC said.
That's
Yep.
what I said. Yeah.
Yep, it
Yeah.
could just be a piece of corn. I think that she leaves the Vulcan. What is it? The Vulcan Science Academy or the Vulcan?
Explorationary corp.
Thank you. That I think that
Exploration.
I think it's actually
corp.
expeditionary.
Expeditionary corp. Yeah, this.
Yeah, I can't say it either.
well, she's either joined Starfleet fully or she had some corn for lunch. So we'll find out. I think that she joined Starfleet.
But there's this very nice, friendship moment here.
Yeah,
Maybe that's her
Girls'
promotion
friendship.
that we see.
Yeah, maybe that is the promotion, right? Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I have no idea. But
Just Tiana, just like seriously, like why does it kind of look like Miggly Moo is like kind of
giving her eyes
into yeah.
That would definitely be an interesting dynamic. I wonder how Mariner would feel about that. Tiana just looks pissed.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. Lower Decks wins. Like the season is an 8 just for this alone, right?
So is this establishing that this is standard Starfleet issue now?
Standard Starfleet issue gymwear.
Yeah.
100%.
But they're like in the room where they do what's the name of that?
Ambujitsu.
Ambujitsu.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just warming up.
Maybe. Oh, those suits are beautiful.
I like that they have the shoes with the
little thingies on them. Yeah.
Yep. Tendi giving orders to Rutherford here, which is interesting. Maybe she thinks she's going to get promoted, or maybe the crew is incapacitated and she's in command, or maybe
I think he is drunk because he's got like the dark eye.
And there's that
eye bag.
little
good
hair out of
catch.
place over.
Good catch. Love it. Okay. Okay. This is a big one. Badgie's back. Badgie is back. Mariner doing like a roundhouse kick to Badgie. What role is Badgie gonna play in this? Is it gonna be like an overarching thing like for the season? Is it gonna be a one-off? What do you think?
I don't know. What's that ship they're on?
Yeah, that too. Interesting.
I'm just glad that an episode that brings Badgie back has other characters in it, unlike the Peanut Hamper episode.
Agreed. Let's see. What's next? Airlock. This looks like he's leaving the Cerritos, so maybe to go to that ship that Badgie's on.
Do you think it's the Packlet ship?
No,
No, not this one. The previous one.
Yeah, this.
It could be. It does have a very dirty, like kind of grungy feel to it.
Yeah. It actually like the tight lines of it all make it maybe think it's not because like I don't know. Their ships are not well put together. Like this actually looks somewhat well put together. You could see stitch jobs on the bottom of Mariner's legs where it's like being held together by tape. It could be.
I think we need
because my idea is that they would go back to that packet ship that exploded to get something, and Badgie is still there.
Oh yeah, and there is debris in the background.
That's why they're in EV suits, because they went there to like collect something that they need. I don't know, maybe Badgie.
Yeah.
Well, somebody beamed Badgie up at the end of season 3, didn't they?
Well, I think we just see Badgie in the reflection of Rutherford's old eyepiece, but it doesn't get beamed up. So.
I was trying to remember what happened, but I mean, maybe Badgie, like in that thing, like was able to like put his own ship together in the debris field.
Maybe.
And that's why they need. Oh, I guess they already took off their helmets, so that they would need. Yeah. Never mind. I'm tired.
Good thoughts though. Good thoughts. The cleaner, medical cleaner, Tendi returns hopefully, because I love the cleaner. We need more cleaner. Okay. I love grapplers. Like La'an would be here for this moment. They're doing a grappler test. We know what Boimler's trying to do. Rutherford wants to hit that apple out of his hand, but nope. This happens instead.
My question is, why are they fixing that freaking shuttle? Like, what are they doing with it?
This
like,
is their buffer time. This is so they could say that they're doing something. Right.
I think this is them fixing this shuttle is basically like Tom Paris like building the Delta Flyer.
Yeah.
It's like the shit that they do in their off time just because they're massive nerds.
Yep.
Yes.
It's true. It's true. I love that we get one more shot where it's just Tendy's leg like there, and that's when finally Mariner's like, wait, what just happened? I love that shot.
And I mean, this might sound weird. I really like slapstick when it happens to women. Because like that type of cartoony thing does not often happen to women because it's, for some reason it's funnier when it's a dude. Like when if this happened to Boimler, it would just be like an everyday thing.
That's true. Yeah.
Because it always happens to Boimler. But, with Tendy, it's like, oh, look at, Tendy is a part of the group. She gets to be
it's like when they freaked out last season when all that bad shit happened to Tendy, even though she volunteered to do it and just had like the worst day ever and ended up turning into a giant Orion scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah. This looks like we're getting Billups people back on the ship, right? The Ren Fair people whose name I forget.
I don't know if they're the Ren Fair people because it doesn't look Ren Fairy to me.
All right.
I was getting more Loxana vibes.
Oh, like Betazoids? Okay. I love
what
her.
is written on the cap?
I was
Romulan ale o'clock somewhere. It's Romulan ale o'clock
I need
somewhere.
that cap so bad.
Yeah. Yep.
It's Romulan ale o'clock somewhere.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yep. It is really cool.
Like if like with that hat, then these might be like intergalactic wine moms.
Oh,
I will make that dress. I will make that dress.
Of course you
and
will.
wear that hat.
Of course
I
you
would
will.
like to see that.
Yeah.
This is actually quite easy. I can do that in 2 days. I think.
Right.
But I need the hat.
It's very drapey.
If we don't get the hat, at least
how do you make a cap? Anybody knows how to make a cap? Because I don't know how.
Nope.
I do.
Oh, there you go, MC. Boom. If we don't get this as a hat, though, if this is one of the weekly like Titmouse shirts and that's on a T-shirt, I will take that as well.
I have a feeling somebody's going to be coming out with it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Heroes and Villains because they have. The
I
license,
was not going to say that but yeah, they might.
Maybe.
I'm gonna make that dress. I'm making
wait.
it.
Behind the woman in red, is that a Klingon?
No. Well, actually, maybe we've seen her before.
Here is one thing that I would like to say.
She was in the pyramid, no?
Yeah, she was.
Because
in the pyramid.
I was not in on the Lower Decks episode of Strange New Worlds, and I'm still very sad about that.
Oh, and I totally forgot to put in the outline to give you a chance to talk about it.
During your Easter egg hunt, you did miss that there was a Klingon ensign in the Lower Decks bunks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Did not notice that. I'll have to go and look. That's awesome. Drinking more, of course. Lower decks. I just love their camaraderie. I looked for added pips. Still no promotions in this scene. Though T'Lyn is an ensign in this scene too. It's not Corn, unless it's Corn, but it's not Corn. I didn't notice that.
She still has her pad.
Yeah, she's
still every shot, Giraffe. Like you said,
I'm obsessed.
Is that going to be the gag this season? Every single shot.
Imagine that maybe the Cerritos is so busted that they don't have Vulcan in the
and they just have to translate
in the universal translator, and she has to carry a pad all the time to have.
That would be really sad.
Oh God, amazing. Boimler, you get your shot of the glasses, the Medusan glasses.
I love this.
Yeah,
love it so much. Yeah. So I think he's opening a Medusan. Like I think that's what is happening.
Zero, bring in Zero.
Oh my God.
Would that be possible?
No, it wouldn't work.
No.
It wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work, right?
No,
the timeline is off.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, here they are, man. This is like. Oh, it's Rom and Lita. I love this shot. And there's also an admiral. This might be Carol's admiral husband. They might be there together. I just noticed him in the background.
I hope they're voiced by the same actors.
They have to be, right? Well, didn't you speak with Chase Masterson? I feel like didn't she hint to you
but
a
it
little
was
bit?
like a year ago.
Yeah.
She also has a pretty good relationship because I mean, wasn't she in Star Trek Online?
I think she was. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on Star Trek Online a lot. And yeah, no, she has a good relationship with Star Trek. Like, I do hope she get to voice Lita. She's super fun. Also, if you ever get to meet Chase Masterson, she's a riot.
She's very sweet. I've met her a bunch of times because she does work for Doctor Who, the audio dramas. I love Lita. Like, first of all, I love that Lita is very covered up. Like, she's gone very like, and the fact that she's holding the pad, like, it's very much, you can tell, like, not only is she the first lady, but she does a lot of the work.
Well, Rom at this point seems to have definitely reformed Ferenginar. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We're here for that.
Yeah, 100%. I love this. Speaking of Doctor Who, his outfit is like super Doctor Who. I love what he's wearing. Yeah. Yeah, I love this. Something happened in the Cerritos. I have no idea. Orion pirates literally jumping off a pirate ship.
Privateers.
I'm sorry. Privateers with swords.
I mean, 1,000% privateers. Like, look at this.
Yep. Yep.
And also really like these costumes too.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Until Lynn still has her pad.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, I watched the thing like 17 times, and I'm obsessed with the fact that she's always holding a fucking pad.
Tweeting Mike McMahon when we're done tonight. Why?
So that means if you're doing a Tlin costume, you better make a freaking pad, or else
just stick a Starfleet logo on an iPad.
Maybe it's all the same episode.
I know, right?
I don't know. Maybe it's like just clip from the same episode, and she's like she has to take notes or like something like that.
Maybe
like. Maybe she's like in Uhura in Strange New World, where she's going through like the different job and she has to take notes.
Yep.
I hope it is all season, frankly.
Yeah. Okay, so the last few shots here, Voyager Bridge again. We see Tom Paris's uniform on a museum piece. What the hell are they doing on Voyager? And I'm going to go to the next shot. What is happening to the gel pads? What is this thing?
That's when they become sentient. Yeah, that's when like the gel pad becomes like infected by I don't remember what. And
was it the cheese one?
The cheese infects the take the cheese to the sick bay. I don't remember the name of the episode, but that's a classic Voyager episode.
Yep.
It really is. Yeah,
it is. It's flying through the Voyager Bridge some more. And then
it's the one where like Janeway has a giant gun and she goes die hard.
Exactly.
And then
I thought
right. Those are those things because I was wondering about the horn. Coming out of
the macrovirus.
Good call.
Nice. And then that Pike thing that we don't talk about. And that's it. So that is our deep dive of the Lower Decks trailer. That was a ton of fun. Does anybody else very quickly, because I want to go watch soccer, have anything that they want to add? Good. We have
September 7th.
September 7th. That is correct.
For the 2-part premiere.
Yep.
I'm starting that costume. I need a cap.
There you go. Done. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
We have 3 mailbags. So I'm just going to make it a free-for-all. Who wants the first one?
Can do the
Girafe. It's from our Romulan.
So let Girafe do the Romulan. Hawk, you can do the next one.
I like that you think that I have the outline open. I like that you how much you trust me and you support me and you believe in me. Oh, I do actually. Oh, good job, moi.
It's
okay.
a Christmas miracle.
Mailbag. Prof Time Traveler wrote, my favorite bit from Comic-Con was simple, the Lower Deck trailer. I didn't realize how much I missed all those little freaks.
Love it. Hawk, take the next one from Haven, please.
Yeah, Haven wrote mailbag. I don't know if he wrote mailbag or
he did. I I forgot to delete that part.
Okay. I absolutely loved the 5-minute video of Discovery. It made me really happy, but broke this Time Lord's heart knowing we are getting closer and closer to the end of my paradise.
Oh. And close us out with Tara's please, Emcee.
I guess the best thing about Comic-Con for me was the early release of the Strange New Worlds episode, Those Old Scientists, eventually being shared with all of us plebes, because I'm still floaty after watching it 4 or 5 times. Also super psyched with the Lower Decks coming in early September.
Indeed, I believe we are all super stoked about that as well.
So before we end things out, since Julian did not give me time
I
to
didn't.
talk about the
You have 8 minutes.
No, I'm not going to say, I'm just going to plug the fact that I am going to be doing a video on my own YouTube channel with my Lower Decks Strange New Worlds thoughts. So please check it out because
We'll plug it.
I have
we'll put
many
the link.
thoughts.
We'll put the link. Seriously, spend 2 minutes. What did you think about the episode? Because we all fucking raved about it for 2 hours.
It was so good. It was such an enjoyable episode. I think my favorite part of it is the fact that, despite the fact that it focused so much on 2 guest stars, it felt more like an ensemble episode than any other episode of Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
They had stuff from... I learned more about Ortegas in that episode than in the Ortegas episode.
Yeah. True. Fair. Well, we will definitely link your video to your review because we are sad that you were not able to be there. In your words and our words, fuck Air Canada. Looking at you, bad airlines, not getting a sponsorship from them ever.
I was gonna say, like, we're definitely not sponsored by Air Canada now.
We want one.
Yeah, right. Anyway, guys, that is gonna do it for this one. I really hope that you enjoyed our coverage of San Diego Comic-Con 2023. Keep a lookout on the Strange New blog for some pieces from Emcee. I know Girafe's also got some TikToks coming out, so check those out as well. And then join us tomorrow for a review of episode 208 of Strange New Worlds, Behind the Cloak of War? Under the Cloak of War.
Under the Cloak of War.
I am off tomorrow night. It is my wife's birthday. We are going out. But
we will have the Duras sisters on.
Yes, the Duras sisters will be joining us for that one. So I will say, for Emcee, for Giraffe, for Hawk, I am Julian. Live long and prosper. Majram, and good night.
Thanks for beaming into our podcast today. If you want to keep the hailing frequencies open, you can subscribe on Apple and Google Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. Like what you hear? Put in a good word with Starfleet and leave us a 5-star review.